Okay, let me give you a couple more examples, and then I will give you some practice. So, given these two fractions here, try to simplify the two fractions. So here, because you've got this long divide line, this really exists in a bubble, and because of this long divide line, this exists in a bubble here. Well, in order to simplify this, remember that if you have two fractions, a over b divided by c over d, that is that's the same as well. You keep this the same. Okay, so you take this down. So a over b stays the same, but then rather than doing divide this, you times the reciprocal of this fraction here. Okay, so rather than doing a over b divided by c over d, you would do a over b times the reciprocal of that above. So it will be d over c. Okay, so now it's just times top, bottom times bottom. So it equals AD over BC. Okay, so rather than doing this, you would do this. You would times the reciprocal of the second fraction. Okay, so in order for us to do this, let's keep this the same. Okay, keep this the same. So this fraction will be x plus 1 over x squared, and then you times the reciprocal of this. So this will be x over x squared minus 1. Okay, so now it's really, well, this here equals well, top times top. So, well, you can merge the two now. Top times top. Remember that this exists in a bubble because of this long divide line here, and then this here exists in a bubble here because of this long divide line here. So basically, you've got this bubble divided by this bubble, and over here is this bubble divided by this bubble. Okay, and now it's just top times top, bottom times bottom. So this will become well, I'm gonna put this one first. So it's x bracket hang on, x bracket x plus 1. Okay, and then down here you have x squared this and then x squared minus 1. Okay, and then oh yeah, and then you can see, well, you can visualize this as x times x and then but basically, when you're here, you can divide. Well, look at this. This x here gets killed off, and then here you lose one x here. So this becomes this. Hang on, x plus 1 over x bracket. Yeah, it becomes this because you can visualize this as hang on, up here is x. Remember, hang on. Let me put this in here. It's like this. Down here, you can visualize this as x, okay, times x, and then times a bracket. So you can visualize it as this x times x, and then times this bubble here, and then this up here you can visualize it as x times this thing here, and then here you can divide top and bottom by x. So in effect, this gets killed off. Well, in effect, these two cancel out, leaving you with just one x. So this becomes this, okay? And the next step, the next step is, well, whenever you do this, try to visualize. Well, try to see if you can spot anything that can easily square root. You see, if you look at this here, you can easily square root x squared, and you can easily square root the 1. So whenever you have it like a b, if you look what's inside the bubble here, if you can easily square root the a and easily square root a b, and also if there exists a minus in between, you can immediately factorize it as so you look at this here. I know I can easily square root the x squared. I can easily square root the 1, and also there's a minus in between. Because I can spot that, I can easily jump to this: x plus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, well, whenever you can do, because if you multiply this out, it will give you this. I've done a video on this. So when you're doing, when you're trying to factorize or multiplying out brackets or whatever, you try and spot if you can easily square root this part, if you can easily square root this part, and you can easily square root this part, and also it must be a minus. It doesn't work when there's a plus. If there's a minus in between the two, you can immediately jump to something simple like this. So this here, I can rewrite it as this. Hang on. So this is x plus 1, and then here I can easily jump to this x, and then here what's in the brackets here, because I know I can easily square root the first part, and then I can easily square root the second part. It's going to be this x plus 1, x minus 1, and it's always the case. Plus and minus. So yeah, whenever you can spot this, then jump to this straight away. And look at this here. This here exists in a bubble. You see, this bubble is exactly the same as the middle bubble here. So you can actually divide top and bottom. You can divide top and bottom by x plus 1. Okay, so divide top and bottom by x plus 1. X plus 1. So this one here will become 1 over x bracket x minus 1. So this whole thing here becomes this. Yeah. So here, remember, when you divide top and bottom by x plus 1, this you see this bubble here divided by the exact same bubble will give you 1. That's why it's a 1. Okay. So most people think, oh, you can just kill this off, and this is 0, but it's not. It's actually 1, because if you get this, you see, hang on, if you have something like this, if you have x squared over x, you see, if you simplify this actually becomes 1 over, x over 1, which then turns into an x, because x over 1. But if you have like x over x squared, you see, if you divide top and bottom by x, this here becomes, you see, hang on, this bit here becomes what? Because x over x divided by x is 1, and then this here, x squared divided by x is x. You see, the reason why up here, why you think, well, when you're up here, it gives the impression that you just, well, this here becomes x. It gives the impression that you just, well, you see, because this is x over 1, it will automatically collapse into an x. You see, here, when you have, well, this here has to be 1 over x. It doesn't just kill off. If you have something like this, x times x, it doesn't just get killed off like this. It actually becomes 1 over x. Whereas up here, it becomes x over 1, and most people think, oh, well, x over 1, it immediately collapses to x. So it gives the impression that you just cross it out. So, well, just remember that if you have this and then you divide it by this, it becomes 1 over this. Most people make the mistake of cancelling out. Well, anyway, it should be 1 over x. Well, it should be this. Okay.